Dear friends in Christ, gratitude is a virtue that often hides in plain sight but lies at the heart of authentic faith. Having looked at stirring into flame the gift of faith last Sunday, this Sunday invites us to look into one of the ways of living out this faith. Gratitude is not merely saying thank you. It is a character of one who has encountered God's mercy. Without gratitude, faith becomes shallow and self-serving. With gratitude, however, faith deepens and transforms both our hearts and our lives. The first reading gives us the story of Naaman, the commander of the Syrian army. Affected with leprosy, he at first resisted the prophet Elisha's instruction to bathe in the Jordan River. Pride nearly kept him from healing. Yet, once he humbled himself, he was cured. Notice what followed. Naaman returned to give thanks and to profess, "Now I know that there is no God in all the earth except in Israel." His gratitude sealed his conversion. Healing brought not only health to his body, but also worship to his heart. The gospel presents us with a similar lesson. 10 lepers cry out to Jesus for mercy. He asks them to go and show themselves to the priest, and they get healed on the way. We can say they were healed by God. Yet, only one, remarkably a Samaritan, a foreigner, returned to give thanks. Jesus' answer is direct and unsettling. Were not 10 cleansed? Where are the other 9? It is as though he was asking us, do you remember to return in gratitude, or do you take my blessings for granted? The Samaritan's thanksgiving was more than politeness. It was an act of faith. Jesus tells him, your faith has saved you. The gratitude of one man opened the door not only to healing, but also to salvation. St. Paul, writing to Timothy from prison, shows another side of gratitude. He urges Timothy to remember Jesus Christ raised from the dead. For Paul, gratitude is not a fleeting emotion, but a way of life rooted in memory. Even in chains, Paul gives thanks because he trusts in God's faithfulness. If we endure, we shall also reign with him. Gratitude becomes endurance. It is what allows Paul to suffer with hope and remain faithful until the end. When we bring these readings together, the message is clear. Gratitude is the hallmark of true faith. It sets Naaman apart from his peers. It distinguishes the Samaritan leper from the other 9. It sustains Paul in prison. Gratitude turns blessing into worship, routine into relationship, and healing into salvation. What is God telling us from these readings? There are 3 lessons we can possibly draw from these readings. First, gratitude deepens faith. Faith grows when it is expressed in thanksgiving. Like Naaman and the Samaritan, we are called not just to receive blessings, but to return to God in praise. Gratitude keeps us from forgetting God, who is the giver. Second, gratitude opens us to salvation. The 9 lepers received healing, but only the grateful one received the greater gift, salvation. Many enjoy God's blessings, but only those who give thanks truly enter into communion with Him. Third, gratitude is lived, not only spoken. Words of thanks are important, but a grateful life is even more powerful. Gratitude is shown when we remember God in our trials, when we endure hardship with trust, and above all, when we celebrate the Eucharist, the great act of thanksgiving. Dear friends, gratitude must be more than a moment. It must become our way of life. A grateful heart never runs out of reasons to worship God, even in hardship. So today, remember Naaman, remember the Samaritan leper, remember Paul in chains, and let their gratitude inspire yours. Remember, give thanks to the Lord, for He is good, for His love endures forever. God bless you.